What up, Laker Nation? It's your boy DTLF, man, back with another post-game recap. I'm really upset, guys. Again, this game, this is thievery, man. That's baloney. Seriously, how are you supposed to even try to compete in a game when the NBA owes us an apology, man? The officials gave this man 20 plus free throws for flopping, throwing his hands up, and sliding under people with his feet when he shoots three-pointers. I'm not even mad at the Lakers. Yes, we missed free throws. Yes, I thought Luke Walton should have brought back LeBron as soon as Chris Paul and James Harden were in the fourth quarter. But seriously, guys, these fouls are sissified, man. The league owes us an apology because honestly, this is the first time in a long time I really wanted to break my TV set and just turn it off or something, because every time we got momentum, this man James Harden will come over here, dribble a couple of times, and then do a step back. And if you contest it, it's a foul. You can't even have your hands up like that. You can't. That's not defense. Seriously, you can't have your hands up. You can't even look at him dirty because it's a foul. This game was crap. And then the Lakers get bumped, pushed around, shoved, and we can't buy a whistle, especially not LeBron or Kuzma. How do you not expect a player like Harden to go out for 50 points if you give him 20 free throws to catch rhythm? Next thing you know, he's in rhythm. It doesn't matter if he shoots it from half court, he's going to be splashing them. That's it. I officially declare James Harden's name to be Ref Harden, because he must be taking these referees out to dinner or something. I don't know. He's lubing them up. I don't know what's going on. But this is Ref Harden and the Huston RockRefs. That's their name. It ain't the Rockets. It's the RockRefs. All right, because they have the referees in their back pocket. It's atrocious to watch. If you guys noticed in the first half, the refs were blowing the whistle after these players were missing the shot. So they weren't blowing the whistle initially. They were waiting till they missed the shot and then to give them free throws. How's the team supposed to get? How's the team supposed to get in a defensive rhythm or any kind of rhythm? But by the way, I thought Kuzma and LeBron were spectacular. So shout out to them for balling out tonight. I thought Lonzo's shot isn't falling, and he made a couple of turnovers. But it's just seriously, man. These are the Huston RockRefs and James, Ref Harden. That's his name, Ref Harden, bro. He owns them. He owns them, and he exploits these calls, these calls that shouldn't be calls. He hooks people's arms and flops. He kicks his legs out and drops himself to the floor. It's almost like watching a little kid throw a temper tantrum. That's what it's like to watch James Harden play basketball. It's a travesty to basketball, and honestly, the NBA should be ashamed of themselves for rewarding this type of floppery. It's foolish, guys. It's seriously. I was this close to turning off the TV, but then I said, you know what? No, I'm riding with my Lakers. It's not even their fault that this is going on, man. It's really frustrating. The NBA has fallen off the cliff, and I hope that Adam Silver fixes it, because I don't know how many fans are going to last very long watching this product of basketball. Seriously, they owe us an apology for It's my nephew's birthday. I should have been spending time with him instead, because seriously, this game was a waste of everybody's time. We didn't have a shot the whole time. The refs were going to make sure that we didn't win. And I don't care what you want to say, but sports betting is legal. So, I mean, I have an argument here, no matter how you want to say it. And honestly, let's be real. Let's be real, guys. LeBron James gets hacked a lot. Last season, when he was in Cleveland, he was getting all those calls. So he comes to the Lakers, right? The same team that the old commissioner vetoed the Chris Paul trade. And we can't even get a whistle now. LeBron can't get a whistle, man. That's crazy. I used to think LeBron got too many whistles. Now he comes to LA, we can't buy one. Kuzma, he's getting muscled. He's falling on the ground. He's shooting threes, actually getting his legs taken out. No whistles. So we have to play James Harden and his floppery, the referees, and their biasness towards the Rockets. I don't know why they get so many calls. And we also have to, play against our coaching staff, who, by the way, we had a chance to take momentum in that fourth quarter, and Luke Walton, even though they did okay, but he left JaVale McGee, Lonzo, Josh Hart, Lance Stevenson out there with Svi. That's not going to help our chances. If I'm the coach, I'm matching up what they're subbing in. They got Harden and Chris Paul. I got Kuzma. I got my guns out there. I got Kuzma and Chris Paul. Make sure that they don't take momentum. When they rest James Harden, okay, rest LeBron. That's fine. But seriously, guys, like we're not matching up. We don't have that coach. I've been saying that is game situation based, where he's actually going toe to toe with the other head coach. Let's be real. Mike D'Antoni, the one we used to call Mike Antoni, outcoached Luke Walton. But really, this is not even on Luke tonight. This is on the refs. They were atrocious, and there's nothing else we can do. We're battling injuries. We're battling James Harden's floppery. 20 free throws? Seriously, that's a joke. That's a joke, guys. 20 free throws for one flopping-ass player who's not even a physical player. I'd get it if it was like a Russell Westbrook or a LeBron getting 20 free throws because they attack the rim consistently. But this man, when he attacks the rim, he just throws his hands up. KCP was horrible tonight, and it's another reason why I'd be okay with trading him. He missed some wide open threes. He didn't knock those down, and defensively he was not that efficient. That's why I think Trevor Ariza would have been good. But now I'm not sure if that trade is going to go through. Lonzo was off tonight. I want him to not settle for threes when that shot is not falling. I wish he mixed it up a little bit more because when he was attacking tonight, he was good. But yeah, the ISO ball, we already know about the non-play calls. We know about all that. I touched on it already. You're right, Misty. And it's a shame, but I'm done beating the dead horse, honestly. Tonight was strictly about the refs. And yeah, we missed some free throws that really hurt us too, but we were never going to win this game, guys. The referees, they had their mind made up. You know, James Harden was going to get 20 free throws. Chris Paul was going to get about 10 of them. And in total, they're going to get about 50. And, you know, it's just ridiculous. Again, the NBA owes each and every person here in this party chat and everybody else that watched the game an apology because that's not even fun basketball. Who wants to see, 100 free throws in an NBA game combined, right? Who wants to see that? Who wants to see 80, 75 free throws, 60? Nobody. We didn't come here to watch the game get slowed down. And, it's supposed to be a fun, exciting game. Two teams that supposedly can run, and instead we get a free throw fest, right? And a bunch of flappery. That's just, I don't know, man. Honestly, very disappointed in the NBA and what it's become, how soft. Again, Greg Popovich was spot on when he said it's a three-point shooting league now where everybody just flops. And bottom line is this is really upsetting. And I wish that they really punish these guys. They should get 1-game suspensions. Every time they get a flop, it should be a warning. Next flop should be a technical. Next flop should be a suspension. And maybe then it will stop. Maybe then James Harden will stop leading the league in scoring. Seriously, he leads the league by free throws. And excuse me, guys. I wore my lucky jacket today, and even that couldn't come through. That's how bad it was. This officiating was horrible. Yeah, the coaching's not great. Get that. The free throw shooting is atrocious. Our turnover decisions sometimes on a fast break are really bad. But the bottom line is that, man, the free throws, guys, you can't. The refs, they had it all over it. They were all over this game. Their print was all over this game, and it's disappointing. If you guys have any questions for me, I'm really upset. I'm gonna get off shortly here, guys. But if you guys want to break down the game in any other form, anything I missed, go ahead and drop it in the comment section. Let's hear it. He said, "No, I'm talking about another play." He said, James Harden outperformed LeBron. He played like a superstar. Don't blame the refs, Dan. LeBron was nonchalant and non-aggressive. He didn't want to win. Seriously, Stephen B. Smith, I don't know if you're watching the same game as I did, but whenever you get 20 free throws and half of those weren't even fouls, nobody's going to want to play in a game like that. Honestly, if I was a player, I probably would have stormed off the court. I would have said, you know what, man, let us disqualify this game. Let's send a message to the league. This is ridiculous. Seriously, they don't deserve to even have our players on the court. Risk an injury just to watch all this floppery, man. These guys are flopping like fishes, crying. Nene was crying when he actually fouled Kuzma, but yet they can flop, get all the calls. I don't know what game you saw, Steven, but it wasn't this one. I guess you must have had TNT because it was blocked out. He said, from what I've been seeing from Kuzma, it's hard for us to trade him. Kuzma's becoming valuable, and it's becoming hard for us to trade him for AD. Yeah, I wouldn't trade Kuzma at all. Love Kuzma, man. He's doing his job. Kuzma, again, he had another 20-plus point game, stepping up in the absence of Brandon Ingram, cutting, just doing his thing, man. LeBron had a great game. I don't know what this guy was talking about. Stephen B., what are you smoking on? His fourth quarter wasn't great, but come on, Luke brings him in with like 6 minutes left. How much rhythm can you really get on? It's just upsetting, man. It's upsetting just the fact that I even wasted my time. I should have known. Anytime we face Houston, let's just book it. 20 free throws for James Harden and probably a loss. Let's just book it, guys. Let's put it in the loss column because the NBA is going to make sure that happens. Yeah, LeBron disappeared in the last 6 minutes of the fourth, but what can you do when this guy's flopping, man? It's discouraging. I don't even blame him, honestly. Then the last three Kuzma made, Harden was in the landing space and he didn't get the call. The other, yeah, that's what I'm telling you guys. We don't get the calls. They get BS calls. Seriously, when do they want us to not contest the shot so that James Harden can hit wide open threes or what? Because when Josh Hart was playing great defense with his hands straight up, he wasn't even looking at times at James Harden. So they don't call the foul, and they call a foul. When he went behind the screen, you could clearly see this guy is kicking out his legs. That's not even a regular jump shot. Seriously, out of the refs that retarded that they can't see that it's not a regular jump shot. It's not a normal basketball move. He kicked out his legs. You know what the NBA players should start doing? Flopping on Harden. Every time he kicks out his legs, they should roll over and flop. Maybe that'll work. I don't know. Because the NBA loves floppers. That's for sure. But bottom line is this guy's kicking out his legs, bending over. The shot is way off. That's how you know he's not even trying to shoot. And this man's getting 3 free throws after 3 free throws. And, of course, when we don't guard him, he hits a shot because he's in rhythm after shooting 20 free throws. It makes sense. Again, Ref Harden and the Huston RockRefs. That's the real name, man. Let's call it like it is. Somebody needs to complain to the NBA regarding his Afro beard wearing ass. Nah, honestly, the NBA don't care. They're making their money. We tune in. We make them money. Honestly, the biggest complaint could be is if all Laker fans tuned out every Rocket game when they face the Lakers, but I wouldn't even do that because we got to support our squad. So, yeah, the free throws hurt us. The coaching was subpar again, all that stuff. But at the end of the day, the refs were never going to let us win. Let's be real. Never. Never. It is what it is. All right, fellas. Catch you later, man. All right, brother. I'll see you, man. He said Harden is a beast. He was schooling LeBron. LeBron should take some notes on how I play like a superstar. All right, Steven. You're just a troll, bro. I'm about done with your lip service. You get blocked. Ridiculous. This man said he was taking him to school, on free throws. At the free throw line, maybe. Stephen B. Smith. You always say ridiculous stuff. I let you rock. But this is just, man, you got on my nerves today. You're just a ridiculous individual. I don't even know if you're watching the same game. Either that or you're related to James Harden. Either one. Pick your poison. Clippers are losing. That's great, but we should have won this game. But, again, it is what it is. Yeah. I'm about tired of his lip, man. He was talking the most. He swears James Harden really had that much of a better game than LeBron. LeBron actually had an efficient game. Go look at the numbers. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. But it is what it is, guys. There's some fake Laker fans out here, and it is what it is. Man, the Rockets fan, he said, damn, we need to make our free throws and get offensive boards. That's true. Again, that all contributed to the loss. But again, the refs were never going to let us win tonight. They were going to take us out of rhythm. They were going to get Harden 50 points, man. That was the mission. I guess some rich guy somewhere said, hey, I'm putting money on Harden to get to the free throw line or something. Give me 50 points for Harden. I don't know. Give me 30 plus points. I don't know what the bet was, man, but somebody came up big time. I agree with you, Octavio. I just don't want to say it out loud, but I agree with you. He said, I'm so fired right now. Oh, my God, I'm pissed. Luke always getting out coached. Yeah, honestly, how can you have that lineup you had when they have James Harden and Chris Paul? Like, no matter what, Luke sticks to his rotations. That's the problem. He's not a situational coach. It bothers me. The Lakers could have got momentum there in the fourth. At least leave LeBron or Kuzma out and then rest them a little bit, when we hit a spurt or something. But nah, it is what it is, man. Is it James Harden doesn't play D, so refs make it illegal to play D on him? That's a good point. We missed a lot of free throws, though. LOL. We gave them too many second chances. That's true, but again, I said it. Beginning of the game, man, I could tell halfway through the game when they were calling these little ticky-tacks, they were not going to let us win the game, honestly. He said, what up? Damn, flop fest, man. I hate when games end up like that. Harden is a punk. Sorry, Dan, I'm mad. That's all good. Express yourself, man. Harden is so annoying. Absolutely. But here's the thing, man. The refs are going to reward him. So is it James Harden who's annoying, which he is, or is it really the NBA that's empowering him? He leads the league in scoring, and it's for that reason that the refs give him like a quarter of his points at the free throw line. 1/3 of his points come from the free throw line. So as long as players flop like that and they get the calls, they're gonna keep doing it. It's like a little spoiled kid. As long as he's throwing the tantrums and getting what he wants, he's gonna keep throwing the tantrums. So at the end of the day, the NBA owes us an apology because what we saw right now, man, that's nothing but an act. It's like a play. It's scripted. It's not, we never had a chance because, again, they took us out of rhythm with all these foul calls. And then on our end, when we're actually getting fouled, we got nothing. So it would have been one thing, and I would have been upset either way, but it would have been one thing if the foul calls would have been equal. And when we got actually fouled, we would have got the foul calls. But let's be real, man. Half of these fouls in the NBA aren't even fouls. And I'm talking both ways. Lakers get some fouls that aren't fouls too, but rarely. But once in a while, we get that foul call. It's ridiculous both ways, man. Honestly, like I don't want to see that. When I tune in to watch a game, I want to see high tempo, high IQ basketball, not slowed down. Free throw. That's boring. That's not good for the product. It's only good for the stat sheet. To break records. I guess if that's what the NBA wants to do. They want to create storylines. They want to break record. Okay, then free throws all day. But it's not good for the NBA, for the viewer, for the consumer. Do you guys pay? You guys, when you go to when you actually go to games, do you pay to watch free throws? Because I sure as heck don't. I'd be upset if I was there in the arena. I'm like, man, seriously? He said, not happy with what I saw. Still love my Lakers, though. Absolutely. And we back at it on Saturday. Tune back in Saturday. We're going to have this thing cracking again. But, man, I had a feeling today. That's why I threw on the lucky jacket. But even that couldn't come through. Seriously. He said, I don't know how the NBA is supposed to bring in new and young fans when nationally televised games have 60-plus free throws and flopping and whining. Honestly, man. Seriously. Kuzma couldn't play defense if it saved his life, even if he wanted to. You're right. He couldn't play defense because the refs kept blowing the whistle. Absolutely right. And I know you meant it the other way, but you're actually right. Bro, y'all need to stop trying to trade Lonzo. Nobody's trying to trade Lonzo, man. The only people are trying to trade Lonzo are Laker fans. Dan, one positive is Kuzma is proving to be the number 2 we need. Absolutely. There's a lot of positives, man. There's a lot of positives. I like what Lance Stevenson did today. I've been saying it for a long time. Luke should have ripped all of KCP's minutes away and gave them to Lance. Does he get sloppy sometimes? Yes. Can he get hot and keep us afloat? Yes. I like Lance. He does his thing, man. Dan, these types of games ruin your day, frustrating. Absolutely, man. I'm going to have a tough day now. I'm going to go spend some time with my nephew right now, and it's his birthday, right? So I already took him out to eat and all that good stuff. That's why I was in the car earlier for the pregame. But am I going to be happy? No, man, because I'm going to be thinking about this ridiculous game that we had a chance to move up in the standings, and the refs decided it wasn't going to be our night. This game was decided before it even started. As soon as James Harden stepped on the court, you know what's the funny thing? I already know this game's going to be really bad when James Harden flops and pretends to be injured, right? And everybody's like, oh, no. I'm like, dude is not injured. He's the biggest faker in the world, right? And I never wish injury on nobody, but I wouldn't mind seeing this dude actually get injured because he's like the kid who cried wolf. Nobody's going to believe when it really happens. He's such a faker. He even has a celebration where he gets injured, and then nothing really happened to him. So that's how you know how ridiculous he is. And this is the role model our kids are supposed to look up to, man. I should smack the beard right off of his face. Seriously. He don't deserve to have a beard. Beards are for tough guys, not for floppers. You too, brother. Peace out, man. He said, why did Harden get 20 free throws, though? NBA, man. He said, Dan, let's just move on. We have the Hornets, Wizards, and the Nets next. 20 and 11. I can't move on from this, man. At least till the night's over. I'm not happy. But, yeah, I'm looking forward to those next games for sure. Dan, I was never really feeling McGee. Sorry. McGee does his job, honestly. Here's the thing. I noticed this. Luke still goes small. Even though you have McGee out there, he's taking a lot of punishment in the paint, trying to contain big bodies, blocking shots. But then they get offensive rebounds and score. We need another big power forward. I would love for him to plug in Mo Wagner or somebody who can potentially rebound and help McGee on the boards. Because LeBron is past his prime when it comes to rebounding. He saves most of his energy for the offensive end. Let's be real. McGee's done more than his fair share, in my opinion. But Dan, thanks for always giving us time. Absolutely. I appreciate you, man. Thank you. He said, I appreciate McGee trying even after he got dunked on. Man, that was a horrible dunk. However, again, it is what it is. You can't really even D up Harden like that. If you look at Harden, he pushes off. That's why he crosses people over, then he pushes off. That's how he gets so ahead of people all the time. Then he flops, right? He slows down, so if you run into him, it's a foul. Oh, but if you don't, even if you don't run into him, just by contesting the shot, he'll kick out his legs or flop his hands out. Either way, he's going to get a foul call. So it's virtually impossible to guard him just because he has the refs in his back pocket. And then on top of that, when you leave him open, he already got a bunch of rhythm because he's hitting all these free throws. That's how players get in rhythm. That's why you always hear the commentators say, maybe this free throw will get him out of his funk. And sure enough, scorers start scoring after hitting a lot of free throws. So he said, look, Dan, I really don't agree with giving most of KCP's minutes to Lance, LOL, but Lance should get some more minutes. But I'm kind of liking Wayne or Ross right now. And remember I told you guys the Lakers should go after Terrence Ross or somebody like that, maybe Wayne Ellington? And sure enough, the Lakers, I'm telling you, they always see eye to eye with us, man. But I've been saying Terrence Ross would be a perfect trade piece. I've been saying we don't need a blockbuster. Just get us a bench player that could, go off like that. All right, Mr. Incredible. Thank you, brother. Thanks for tuning in. And on that note, I actually have to go, guys, because I have to spend some time with my nephew. It's his birthday and stuff. So, but always a pleasure talking to the real Laker fans on here. And, the fake Laker fans, maybe if they come on here enough, they'll actually start becoming actual Laker fans. So we'll see, man. There's hope. There's yet hope for these fakers. So for sure, fam, I'll catch you guys later, man. Try to have a good night. I know it's a tough loss, but hey, Saturday we back at it. Sunday backs to backs. So don't forget to leave a comment, like, subscribe, guys. I appreciate you guys so much. Even though I'm frustrated, again, just venting with you guys. I need to talk. I need to get it off my chest as well. But again, NBA needs to. They owe us an apology for tonight. I know we ain't never gonna get it, but on behalf of the NBA, I apologize for this floppery fullness, man. But anyways, guys, thank you so much. Have a great night, and I'll catch you guys Saturday for pregame. Peace out.